Hi everyone. Today we're talking with Coach Cheryl from our Prospect Centre in South Australia. She's going to be sharing, first of all, her own weight loss story with us, which was prompted just because she wanted to do something for herself, and then also her 3 favourite weight loss tips. So stick around till the end for that. So let's go and meet Cheryl. Hi Cheryl, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for asking me.
Now we are going to get your favourite weight loss tips at the end, but can you start us off with just telling us about your own personal weight loss journey?
Yeah, of course. Look, I've always been involved in some kind of sport, then got married, had 3 kids, and of course you become the bottom of the pecking order. So I,
Priority list?
I live at I live at Prospect, and I walk past Healthy Inspirations, Zoom many times with the dog, with the kids, and I thought I needed to start to do something for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think we get into that trap. We're always doing things for the family. You're always last. So I walked in there and I talked to Nola, who was amazing. And I think I wanted to do something for me. I think that was the biggest thing. I
Okay.
probably needed to drop maybe 5 or 6 kilos, not too much, but it was about doing something for me because if I'm good, everything else is quite smooth. So I joined, I think, just under 3 years ago. Loved it so much that I then decided, hey, how do I get a job here? I feel so much better, so much healthier. It's not rocket science, it's just being
Mm.
organized. So, yeah, no. So, yeah, so that was basically it. Walk past, saw Nola, become a member, loved it so much. How do I get a job here?
Great, fantastic. Well, that is a pretty unique story. Um, Now, just getting into your actual weight loss. I mean, you said it wasn't really about that for you, but you did
Yeah.
end up losing some on the program. Do you know how much in total you actually lost?
I think all up, I lost about 9 kilos. So
Okay, great.
obviously, big body weight change. I was on the
Hmm.
great shape, so which really suited my lifestyle.
Hmm.
With I suppose a lot of exercise that I did, I needed those extra bit of carbs. So
Yeah.
look, and I think the one-on-one check-in was awesome. You were accountable, and it was quite interesting once you start writing down what you eat and what you kind of might have put in there that you shouldn't eat, it's quite
Mm.
amazing. So I think being accountable and knowing that I'm doing it for me and getting results, putting on those pair of jeans, oh God, they feel good. There's lots of non-scale wins, I believe, as well. So, and I
Definitely.
think that was the biggest thing for me. I would always wear loose clothes
Hmm.
because that's what I wore. And now
Comfortable. Yep.
wearing a lot more, yeah, not a lot more fitting clothes and feeling really good about it. But again, hard work, being committed.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so, can you tell us? You talked a little bit about that weekly coaching and that accountability. Can you tell us anything
Yeah.
else about that? How that helped you in your journey?
I think when you decide you need to do something for yourself, and sometimes you just don't know where to start because everyone goes,
Hmm.
"Oh, I'll start I'll start eating well on Monday, or I'll start doing a bit more exercise." But I think sometimes you just need someone to put you on that right track. So I think with going into Healthies at Prospect and walking in, speaking to Nola, and
Hmm.
everything was just laid out. So it was like do this, do this, do that. We had menus, we had online portals so we could get recipes, and none of the food that really I was eating was any different what I was doing at home, but probably
Hmm.
more portion controlled and cutting out those extra carbs that I didn't really need. I think that was the biggest thing, cutting out those carbs I didn't really need and being accountable every week. You'd walk in with your book and I would write everything down. If I had
Mm.
a piece of chocolate or if I had a drink or whatever, I'd do that because then
Yeah.
at least then the coach knows, okay, if I haven't lost any weight this week, why? What's going on? What can we do next week to help? What can I focus on next week? The accountability was awesome.
Mm. Yeah.
Mm.
And I guess because also you went in for yourself, you're willing to, be completely open and honest with everything you're eating because you wanted it to do it for yourself and to follow it
Yeah,
all
and
fully.
Yeah, and I yeah, for sure. And I think a lot of women, as I said earlier, we look after ourselves last. And
Mm.
it's probably not just about today or tomorrow. I want to be healthy, 5, 10, 15, 20 years time, because
Yeah.
the great habits and lifestyle that we develop now, it'll just put you in good stead for later on in life. Less
Absolutely.
medication, any medication,
Mm.
about when we're older and we've got grandkids being on the floor still riding my bike when I'm 80, that sort of stuff. So it's a longevity thing. So it's just about getting great great habits, breaking old ones, and then
Mm.
this just becomes a new norm.
Mm. And on top of all of that, for yourself, like you said, everything else goes smoother. So, you've got more energy,
Oh,
you've got more help for
yeah,
your family, for your friends. You're setting a great
yeah.
example. If someone wants to get on board, it's easy for them to go, okay, this is how I can live a healthy life, which is great for your kids.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I suppose to come in and make that change, it's really hard for some women to walk through that door. But I say
Mm.
to a lot of them, I think women need women too. They love a community. And that's one thing that we have at Healthy is we have a community.
Mm.
You know about, someone's daughter or someone's son or, someone's fallen over or someone's doing this, a milestone. And I think that's what's really important too. They come, they have their routine. We know them inside out. We know when
Mm.
they're down. As I said, women need women, and the community is just fabulous. I love it.
Fantastic. So then let's talk a little bit about now your role as a coach at
Yep.
Healthy's at Prospect. So did you say, sorry, you've been coaching there, did you say 3 years?
Yeah, it'll
No?
be
How
three
long?
years this November. Yeah,
Three
yeah.
years?
So
Okay.
yeah, so I obviously walked in, loved the environment, said, how do I get a job here? So I had to do my Cert 3 in fitness.
Mm.
So now having that one-on-one, I love to be able to help other people because everyone has a story and everyone
Mm.
needs a little bit of time that we can just, they might sit down, they've had a really hard week, and you sit down with them, and if they can walk out and they've got a smile on their face, not from the bad joke that I've told them, I think you've kind of done your job because you become part of their life.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
yeah,
Yeah. And considering it's only a 15-minute session, so it's not a big commitment for them, but the benefits that it can come to them from that, just that 15 minutes of really
yeah,
quality support, like you said, they can
absolutely.
come out, yeah,
Yeah.
with a
And
smile.
like sometimes, you'd love to have a half an hour, but like even with that 15 minutes, as soon as they sit down, you can see how they're tracking, you can see where they're
Yeah.
going. So,
Yeah.
you might go off on a bit of a tangent, but it's a tangent that they have sort of mentioned. So
Mm.
all in all, you're helping them with their eating and what they're doing, what they could be doing to help them a little bit more this week. And
Hmm.
I just think having that one-on-one chat, look, most of the women, it makes their day. And I want them to come, even if they've had a bad week. Doesn't
Mm.
matter if they've gone off plan a little bit. It's just more important to come, have that accountability, because they'll always walk out feeling a lot better than what they did when they walked in.
That's it. That's a good
Mm,
point. Thanks.
mm.
Some ladies that you first meet coming into the centre, what are some of their common sort of weight loss or health struggles that they mention, either when they first come in or during their weekly session?
I think the biggest thing is that first making time for themselves. I think as
Yeah.
women, we always predominantly, as I said, put everyone else first. We're always at the bottom of the barrel. And I think
Mm.
it's really important that they've come in and they are worrying about them
Mm.
because I think that's the biggest thing is if there's ever an excuse of why they can't come, it's because they don't have time. But again, I
Yeah.
always say to them, if you're organized and you've got a routine, this just becomes your new routine. We have
Mm.
women that come at 6 o'clock in the morning, they come and do a class, then they'll do their check in, then they'll go home, and then they'll go to work. And that's
Yeah.
just what they do. So they've built that lifestyle, they've built that routine. They feel so much better for it. They're
Mm.
sleeping better, they're eating better, they've got more energy, drinking up their water. But I think most is just finding time and not feeling guilty about doing that either. Because I think a lot of women feel guilty about leaving the family, or I'm too busy at work. I can't eat my lunch at my desk. That's a good
Mm.
one. We all need to step away and stop probably worrying about that small stuff that we can't control.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
Mm.
And I mean, that can sometimes be a bit of a scary step to do that. But I guess if people can just try it once, see that, the world doesn't end with us taking 15
Yes.
minutes for ourselves,
Yeah,
that the family keeps
absolutely.
going, and then it's actually a positive thing for everybody, then that can
Oh,
reinforce that, hey, this is a good choice for me and for everybody that
yeah.
I love.
It's like a snowball effect, really, because if you're feeling good about yourself, it just then snowballs into the whole family. Everyone walks away smiling, which is really,
Mm.
really, I love it. I love
Yeah,
helping. I love helping other people. So,
lovely.
mm,
Fantastic. I'm so
yeah.
glad that you've been able to get work there and have this joy in your life while
I
sharing it with
know,
everyone.
I
So
know.
good.
It's where I work now. The satisfaction that you get when you see someone lose weight, feeling better about themselves, feeling more confident.
Mm.
That's mind blowing. It's just
Yeah.
you can't bottle that. You can't bottle that. So,
No.
but it's
So
really good.
meaningful. So a lot of women are looking for a weight loss solution. They think about maybe exercising as a weight loss idea. What's your thoughts on that concept?
Oh, look, I think there's a place for everything, but you obviously, like we all hear, you can't out exercise a diet. And I think it comes hand in hand. As we mature, as not get old, as we mature,
Hmm.
we lose muscle. Everyone's got to keep moving. If you sit, you see in I don't know, can I say nursing homes now, those poor people that are just sitting doing nothing. Like if
Mm.
they got up moving, with a good balanced diet as well, I think you'd be a lot happier. So I think at least you have to exercise or come into the centre maybe 2-3 times a week. If you can do a jog where you can walk or you can ride the bike, I'd certainly be doing that. So, but I still think you've got to have both. You've got to have a healthy eating lifestyle combined with a little bit of exercise. It goes hand in hand because then
Mm.
then you feel better. I think you feel better too. I think that gives you a lot more confidence.
Yeah, fantastic.
Mm.
Okay, great. Thanks for that. All right,
Mm.
now to the clincher. Can you give us your three favorite weight loss tips?
3. All right.
Three.
My first one, what I say to every new member that comes in, that you need to be organised. If you're organised and you menu plan, that's probably 1 and 2. If you menu plan, like, so I'll sit down on the weekend when I do my food shopping and I'll write down every day of the week, and I
Hmm.
know exactly what we're having for dinner. I might swap that around, but the fact is no one likes to come home from work and go, oh my goodness, what are we going to have for dinner tonight? So I
Oh
think the
yeah.
biggest one is being organised, menu planning,
Hmm.
and also getting into a routine. So, like, whatever your routine is, with even like coming into the centre, um, you might do 2 circuits a week, but or I come to a class in the morning. I go home, I get ready, I go to work. I build that routine, and that becomes a new norm. And I think there's a fourth one. The fourth one is not being too hard on yourself,
Mm.
because things happen. You look over a weight loss period of maybe 1 month, and the line goes up and down. You're not continuously
Mm.
losing weight the whole time, so you're going to
Mm.
have a good couple of days, and then you go up and you're going to go down. 7 days in the week, so let's just look at the fact where we've got 7 days. If we can do 5 good ones, and then those other 2, be really conscious of what we're having, portions and everything. But I've
Mm.
probably said too many now, haven't I? But that's
That's all
okay.
right.
That's okay.
That's all
So
good.
basically, one is being organised, menu planning, and getting a good routine, and not being too hard on yourself.
Very good. They are very
And
practical tips. What was
and
that?
have
Yeah.
fun. And have
Yes,
fun. We got to have fun. Jeez,
that's it.
got to have
That's it.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, life's
Yeah.
too
Even if
short not to have fun.
absolutely. And yeah,
Mm.
just because something's a bit challenging doesn't mean it can't be fun at the same time. So,
No, no. And also be confident that you can do it, because I think a lot of
mm.
women don't have a lot of confidence. So I
Hmm.
feel coming into Healthies and being in a great environment where you've got the community, you've got women of similar interests, and then I think then your confidence just gets built with that. So
Mm.
yeah, no, it's good. It's a great
Yeah.
place.
Yeah. We definitely see
Mm.
that on your Facebook page. Like you guys are having fun and you can see the ladies that are there regularly just loving the benefits of it. It just
Yes.
shines out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, it's
fantastic.
good. It's lovely. It's cool. It's like a family. It's like a
Yeah.
family.
Cheryl, thanks again so much for sharing all of your thoughts and your tips and your positive energy and all of those sorts of
Thank you.
things. We love it.
Yes.
Keep going. We love that you
Thank
enjoy your
you.
work.
Yes, I do. And everyone get on board. It's not rocket science. It's just a lovely community. You develop great habits for the rest of your life. So,
Fantastic. I love it. That's what we need to
all
hear.
right. Okie
Thank you,
doke.
Cheryl.
Thanks.
Okay,
Thank you.
bye.
See ya. Bye.
Thanks for watching. So if you liked that video, obviously give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends and your family and everybody you know. But more importantly, make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you can catch all of the weight loss tips in the future. And we'll see you on the next video.